Career and technical education is a set of programs and courses that introduce students in middle and high school to rapidly growing industries. In Brevard County, there are 41 various career paths offered to students across 16 different high schools on the Space Coast. Bayside High in Palm Bay has 9 of those programs, but first, a quick summary of how it began. Bayside High School opened its doors in the fall of 1998 with 950 students. It was built as the school for the new millennium, as it was outfitted with several computer labs, a full television production studio, and a full-sized commercial-grade kitchen. In an effort to give students access to 21st century work skills, CTE evolved in the late 90s and Bayside students benefited from this trend. As an introverted and generally awkward 8th grader at a local charter school, I didn't particularly have very many friends with interests similar to mine in middle school. It wasn't until high school when I found CTE courses like TV productions and digital design that I finally found a place that I fit in. The classroom environment and freedom to express yourself through your work became an outlet for me and many other students. The relationships that you form with your teachers and fellow peers are what make CTE courses unlike any other. Personal growth is not the only advantage to taking CTE courses. For the students who really apply themselves, they can leave after 3 to 4 years in the program with an impressive body of work. In addition, students can earn industry certifications in software like Adobe Creative Cloud, Microsoft Office, SolidWorks, Unity, and Autodesk. Other opportunities include automotive, marine, and airplane mechanic certifications. Programs like machining tech and HVAC are helping to reintroduce students to the trades, while programs like cybersecurity and applied robotics are giving them exposure to careers in the emerging tech field. Health Sciences is also a very popular CTE program, allowing students the opportunity to earn certifications and skills that will help them enter the healthcare workforce right out of high school. In 2019, over 7,000 Brevard County CTE students took an industry certification exam. Brevard's pass rate was just shy of 70%. The instructors of the CTE programs across the district are doing their best to make sure their students are gaining the skills they need to be ready to join the workforce. For the last 22 years, this room has been the home of Bayside's TV Productions program. Since its inception, it has been taught by Mrs. Laura Potter. The purpose of this program is to expose students to all aspects of the television and film industry. It is a very popular course with a long wait list. The easiest way to guarantee a spot in this program is to join Bayside's Fine and Technical Arts Academy, ENCORE, as an incoming freshman and become a TV production major. That's what I did, and it has significantly changed me for the better. I will walk away from the 4-year experience with a body of work and a legacy I am very proud of. I did a lot my freshman year. I made my first ever short skit, learned how a television studio works, how to edit video with Adobe Premiere Pro, and at the end of the year made a sports montage. Mrs. Potter really made learning how to edit fun and exciting, and our weekly hands-on editing projects were always interesting. I also regularly attended sporting events like bowling and really honed in on practicing how to use a camera. I was also enrolled in digital design, a CTE course dedicated to graphic design and illustration. My freshman year, I earned my Adobe Illustrator and InDesign certifications. I made some basic vector graphics, magazine spreads, learned how to use a direct-to-garment t-shirt printer, and ultimately had a lot of fun in both classes. My sophomore year was really spent honing in my storytelling and editing skills. I am most proud of my original show opener that was aired on the morning announcements, and a spotlight on senior athlete Kyle Bachman. I was also asked to film and edit the Cape Coast Conference Athlete Leadership Summit video. That same year, I also gained my Premiere Pro, Photoshop, Animate, and Dreamweaver certifications. In digital design, I learned how to use an embroidery machine and a vinyl cutter. My proudest moment came at the end of the year. With the blessing of Mrs. Potter, a small group of us designed a new logo for the TV crew. The program had been using the same logo since 1998. This single action pushed a new and complete public rebranding our program needed desperately. That presence can be seen on our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram pages I managed as their social media director. My junior year was my busiest year. I produced more content for our weekly announcements, made more designs for clients in digital design, and gained my final Adobe certification in After Effects. I was the equipment manager in TV productions. This required me to go back through tons of paperwork and order forms to organize and catalog our ever-expanding list of equipment. I developed a color-coded system that assigned a color to experience level. This way, students in TV 1, 2, or 3 knew which equipment they were authorized to use based on the color label on the camera. I also assisted Mrs. Potter with various equipment purchases, such as a new GoPro, DSLR cameras and lenses, camcorders, and tracking down the little things we needed, like new camera batteries, DVDs, and light bulbs. The biggest highlight of my junior year was the upgrade to our antiquated studio equipment. Our control room was outfitted with a new video switcher, audio mixer, studio cameras, and graphics system. After months of equipment installation being delayed because of vendor issues, I decided to take up the task of hooking up our new studio equipment single-handedly. I also pushed towards rearranging our control room's furniture and general layout due to it being the same for over 20 years. As a senior, I am tasked with the most important job of all. I am the program's assistant producer. I discussed the lineup of pieces with Mrs. Potter and am responsible for assembling the weekly announcements to be published to YouTube for the rest of the school to view. I write notes every week for how the two classes can improve the show. I have a standard for how our show should look and feel, and how final projects should be exported. TV Productions has benefited me the most the past 4 years of my high school career. I have never felt as motivated and dedicated to something before this program came into my life, and I have to thank Mrs. Potter for that. I would not be where I am today without her, as well as Mrs. Robertson, and I am eternally grateful to the two of them for giving me a place I can call a second home, considering I never really fit in with anything else at school. I have dedicated hundreds of hours, some weekends, and even a couple of days during my summer breaks to these two programs, and I feel as though it has really paid off in the end. CTE has significantly changed how I look at everything, and I know I am not alone with this. Considering there are so many people that can thank CTE for their lifelong careers, I hope that with the knowledge I have gained in high school, I can be successful in my future.